Boston Fleet. The Fleet currently in third place with 4 games remaining. They're going to face off against Ottawa tomorrow on NESN Plus, and we're joined up in the booth by Jess DiGirolamo. You know what? I'm going to have you do it.
My name is Jessica DiGirolamo. That was pretty close.
Good effort, Judd. Good effort.
Thank you very much. How's the season going for the Fleet?
The season's going really well. We have a game tomorrow, hoping to pick up momentum and grab ourselves a playoff spot.
Very nice. So what's it been like for you? I know this is your second season with the Fleet, but going from Syracuse, playing college hockey there, and out of the pro game.
It's been amazing. The girls have been welcoming. We have a great leadership culture, and hopefully we get it done this year and win the Walter Cup.
I know last year you came so close. What makes this year's team better?
This year's team, I mean, we have all the pieces that we need. Once we start to, click together, we have been. And like I said, the momentum's really huge heading into playoffs.
How's the experience of the growth of the game and women's game been for you from, say, where it was 5-6 years ago to where it is today?
No, there's definitely a big change. I mean, now little girls have something to look up to, which is something that, I didn't necessarily have. I mean, I looked up to a lot of NHL players, but now you can look up to some PWHL players, which has been great. Well,
you mentioned, the people you looked up to. Where did that desire to play hockey, the passion to play hockey come from for you?
For me, it was actually my family. I mean, growing up, I don't know if anybody's going to like that I say this, but I've been a Toronto Maple Leaf fan my whole life.
All right, get her out of here. Get her out of here.
But I would definitely say from my family and my brother.
Very nice as we get things underway. Bruins trailing here 2-0. And then just in your short time in the PWHL, how much have you seen just the growth in the league?
The growth of the league has been huge. Supposedly there's going to be an expansion. We're not sure, but it continues to grow.
We got to stop and play here.
I'm always curious whether we have I don't know, would you say a lot, Judd? Several guests throughout the course of the year that join us, just like you're doing with us now, and as we get to know people and the athletes. When you are watching a game, do you watch it as a fan? Do you watch it analytically? Do you watch it to learn? How do you watch a game? How do you process it?
For me, sometimes, I like to watch it for fun, just to kind of enjoy. But sometimes, it's good to have different role models and looking at defensemen as a D myself and get some tips, for sure.
And who are some of those D?
I love Morgan Riley as a Leaf. I'd have to say Cale Makar as well. That's a no-brainer for sure.
And who do you pattern your game after?
Honestly, I try to just be myself. I don't really have a specific defender that I want to play I would say a majority of different ones put together.
And the strength of your game would be what? If you got your A game going, which I'm sure is most of the time, what does it look like?
Right now, it's been pretty physical. I mean, now that we're able to hit, honestly, I love hitting, so I would say physicality is definitely up there.
How much has that changed the game from your point of view?
I think it's changed the game a lot. I mean, now when players are used to kind of dipsy-doodling type thing, now, you can step up as a D and end that play earlier.
You sound like you're pretty excited that you get an opportunity.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited. We're back at it tomorrow. We go for a short little break, but then hopefully we have that playoff push.
You got to educate me a little bit on the women's game. Are the rules identical to what we're watching tonight, the National Hockey League rules?
They are not. I did see, unfortunately, the Capitals did score a PK goal, which would be considered a jailbreak for us, which means that their player in the box would be coming out. So that is one different rule.
Do you like some of the different rules from the National Hockey League?
I do. I also think it kind of gives us the ability to be a little bit more creative and get people to start and continue to watch women's sports.
Now, I know that you guys had an opportunity. Normally you play at the Tsonga Center, and that's where tomorrow's game is going to take place against Ottawa. But I know you had an opportunity to play a couple of games at Aganis. How was it?
That was amazing. I mean, besides the fact that it took 20 minutes instead of an hour to get there, that was great. But I did say we got a good turnout, and hopefully in the future, we play more or closer into the city of Boston.
So I know in doing some research, getting ready for the interview, of course, I'm still trying to master the pronunciation on the name. But I know one of the things that you had talked about is that you like to spend some time preparing your walk-ins.
Yes.
What have been some of your favorite walk-ins?
First of all, to make you feel a little better, not many people actually get my name right. It is like a little bit of a tongue twister, so honestly, don't be hard on yourself. It's okay. But for the walk-ins,
I'll get over it. Thanks.
For the walk-ins, I mean, I tend to just be myself. I don't take too long, but I would say, ooh, that was...
Vinny Lettieri denied out in front by Charlie Lindgren, maybe the biggest test that he's faced thus far, and it stays 2-0 Caps.
I would say my favorite outfit would definitely have to be one where I just feel like myself. We got one photo there. That wasn't too bad, right? Doesn't look that bad. I would say I just kind of throw it together. You know, I want to look presentable going to the game, look good, feel good, play good.
That nice little spin move behind the net there by Middlestat to set up that opportunity for Lettieri. That was a nice play. That's what he's capable of giving you. You know, just that little spin move, get separation, have your hands in a position to make a quick play once you get that puck. And Lettieri gets open. Nice stop by Lindgren. But I know you get an opportunity to talk. You mentioned, you know, when you were a younger girl, and you get an opportunity because of what you do today, an opportunity to talk to young girls. And what is your message on most times you get to visit with kids and tell them what kind of message you like to pass along based on your experience in life?
Well, any chance I get, I mean, I'd love to do events to talk to younger girls and kind of, you know, influence them. But for me, I guess the number one piece of advice would be like, everybody has your own, you have your own journey, you have your own path. So it's like not comparing yourself to others and just kind of enjoy it and be in the present moment.
Yeah, there's no one blueprint on how to get to where you want to go, right?
Right, so like I look at myself, I look at my teammates, I'm like, we are all here in the same spot, but we obviously got here differently and our journeys were all different.
I'm curious if you played other sports, because when I talk to young kids, I try to encourage them to play all the different sports that they're interested in, because I think eventually it makes you a better hockey player.
I totally agree with you. I played lacrosse growing up, so I played with the boys, I played box lacrosse, and then I ended up playing field lacrosse. I actually wanted to go to college for both sports, but it didn't end up working out because the seasons overlap. But yeah, I totally agree with you that it's beneficial to play or be a multi-sport athlete.
Jess, how much did it help that your parents were both athletes?
My parents were both athletes. They'd probably hate me that I'm saying this, but they weren't very good. My dad played football, my mom played basketball. My mom actually was a really good basketball player, but I still test her in the driveway for sure, a little game of 21 or something.
Pasternak tonight on the one-timer. And how do you do in the 21?
I don't know if I want to share my record with you, but I have a lot of losses.
Well, we're of the philosophy that it teaches you how to win when you lose.
That is true. That is very true. You learn a lot of things, especially when you lose. But I do love winning way more than I like losing.
Yeah, that's right. We just had a visit with a couple of young kids, you know, youth hockey boys that stopped by the booth. We have an open door policy up here, but we were telling them.
Noted.
We were telling them, hey, look, if you're going to keep score, you might as well win, right?
That is true. That is very true. This is kind of impressive that you guys need like 20/20 vision for up here.
Oh, we make our share of mistakes, don't we, Judd?
Oh, I had a hard time getting the name out. What are you talking about?
He hasn't let it go yet. Has not let it go yet.
DiGirolamo.
You got it.
I got it. I knew it. I had
Not even 5 minutes into the second period.
Oh, see, it just takes me a little while. I had to work it over in my head. So
I'm still working on who's the lead off.
Jess, I know the WNBA, and listen, it's a different sport, so I don't know if it's apples to apples, but I know that their popularity has exploded. Have you felt any of that rub off in the PWHL?
For sure. I mean, the WNBA has a lot more years on us, but I do think that, you know, in year 2 we've been very successful, and I think it continues to grow.
Well, Jess, we really appreciate you jumping in. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And good luck against Ottawa. Enjoy the break, and good luck the rest of the way to you and all your teammates on the fleet.
Well, thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
All the best.